The Williams Soler Hospital in Havana is the country's leading children's cardiovascular center. Treatment here is free, but according to doctors, the US trade embargo is pushing up the costs.
We can't obtain the top-quality American-made drugs and equipment we need. They are our nearest neighbor, so transport would be quicker and cheaper, and we wouldn't need expensive intermediaries.
Cuba remained a scene of unrest.
Trade restrictions were first imposed in 1960 after Fidel Castro nationalized American-owned businesses without compensation. Yet half a century later, it was illness and old age, not external pressure, which forced Fidel to retire. Cuba claims that over the years, the embargo has caused more than $100 billion worth of damage. It affects almost every aspect of life, right down to all the old cars and bicycles still on the roads.
It
is an instrument for the abuse of power. It is a coercive instrument, illegal, obsolete, belonging in the Cold War. The American government's attempts to bring about regime change here haven't worked.
If the embargo was intended to isolate Cuba, today it's the US which stands almost alone. At this month's annual International Trade Fair in Havana, hundreds of companies from more than 60 countries came to exhibit their wares. There is one exception to the trade embargo. For more than a decade, US companies have been allowed to sell food to Cuba. And at the annual Havana Trade Fair, there's always a large American contingent. Today, the US is the largest single exporter of food to Cuba, a business worth $400 million last year. But normal trade relations still appear a long way off. Michael Voss, CCTV, Havana.